StarCraft is a military science fiction media franchise created by Chris Metzen and James Finney, and owned by Blizzard Entertainment. StarCraft also marked the creation of Blizzard Entertainment's film department. The game introduced high-quality cinematics that are integral to the storyline of the series. According to Blizzard, StarCraft has sold more than 9.5 million copies worldwide. The reasons why StarCraft has been popular since 1998 is that it provides many kinds of experiences.
This Arbiter.
Yeah. He wanted to see if he couldn't just slip it back through there, but
Zell that makes it even harder. He needs to save this Dragoon! That Dragoon is the most important thing in the whole world! It's only got one Marine hit left on it. GG! Holy crap!
Startup shares the same mechanics of RTS games. Startup mechanics are collect resources, build structures,
Need a light? You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy? All right, bring it on! Ready? Receiving transmission.
Did someone page
It is common convention in RTS games to involve the use of about 4 resources. For example, Age of Empire has food, wood, gold, and stone. However, StarCraft subverts this by getting players to only collect 2 resources: minerals and Vespene gas, both of which differing in terms of their gathering mechanics.
I'm going to discuss the startup resource system. However, let me quickly introduce machination map. There are source, converter, command, and pool. Source send resource to pool. Converter gets resource from pool and converts to unit or building. Command is used to show player action.
Minerals are gained by workers which are harvested from mineral patches. An increase in mineral income can be achieved by improving the saturation of the mineral line by adding additional workers. When minerals are mined out, the patches vanish entirely. Minerals are commonly used for buying workers, basic units, and buildings. Gas rate, on the other hand, has a linear rate of gathering. The gas gained from each geyser is constant over time and is not benefit from adding workers beyond the optimum number. Professional maps yield maximum gas with 3 workers per geyser, optimally reaching 288 gas per minute, while other maps need 4 or even 5 workers. As a result of the constant rate of gain, improving your gas income requires additional bases. Gas is mainly used for high-tech units and is especially important in late-game situations. There are no units that cost standard gas. StarCraft also has other types of resources. For example, supply control to control population. If the population reaches a supply capacity, players cannot buy any more units. To increase supply capacity, players must build more shelter. Another resource is unit stats. Each unit contains health points, shield points, and energy. Unit stats are changed by getting attack, healing, or applying skills onto units. Another type of resource in StarCraft is implicit resource. Time is one of them. Though it cannot be controlled by the player, any player command needs time to be completed. Information is also an important resource. Due to the fog of war, players must scout to gain more information from the map and from their enemies. The more information a player has, the more secure their strategies and tactics will be. If StarCraft were a race to collect as many minerals as possible, without any other considerations, would the best strategy be to build a new SUV every time you've collected enough minerals? No, not exactly. If you keep spending your income on new SUVs, you will never save any minerals, which is what you need to win the game. To collect minerals, at some point you need to stop producing SUVs and start stockpiling. The best moment to do this depends on the goals and the constraints of the game, and what the other players do. As soon as you stop investing, the minerals increase at a steady pace. This pace depends on the number of SUV units you have. The more you have, the faster your minerals will increase. The decision isn't informed due to the fog of war. The player can't be sure which strategy is the best until they get the enemy information. StarCraft provides a balanced choice between long-term investments and short-term gains. The choice is often dependent on which race the player is playing. High gas investment means better tech early, which mostly applies to Terran race. High mineral investment means lower tech early, which is suited for Zerg players. The decision is also situational. Early attacks or obtaining the knowledge of low gas investment from enemies could discourage gas mining due to enemies being unable to attack earlier.
Outstanding. Rock and roll. Outstanding. Rock and roll. Go, go, go. Outstanding. Let's move.
The player choice between gas or minerals is consequential. High gas investment while enemies invest more in minerals can lead to early attacks that players are unprepared for and are unable to defend.
I read you. Orders, Captain?
Risk management is important since even when an attack fails and or units die, the battle could still be deemed successful if their attack was accomplished. For example, investment in low-profile units can kill enemy workers and destroy their economy. Another example is spending a high-profile unit to kill bulk of enemies and then die in the process. The risk management isn't informed due to the fog of war. However, the player is able to make better risk assessments when they obtain the map information. The choice of sacrifice is balanced. Riskier strategies lead to high impacts that can turn in the player's favor. Safe strategies lead to longer life for units and better defense. Depending on the situation, the risk management may also be changed. If the player assesses that the risk is too high and or the rewards are too small, those units are better kept for a better opportunity. Risk management is consequential. If the risk fails, the player has spent resources and it has gained no reward from it. To conclude, StarCraft Brood War's mechanical limitations made the relevance of strategy very minimal because of the sheer power of mechanics. StarCraft 2 with better mechanics makes victory quite likely. In Brood War, the game brings to feeling of fighting the game rather than playing it. However, StarCraft does have its personality. Playing any of the three races is notably different. Blizzard has managed to keep it well balanced despite the great diversity. One of the greatest things about StarCraft is that no unit is ever rendered obsolete during the course of a game. Each unit is key in certain situations, and is still relying on your most basic ground units in the end game.
War is coming. With all its glory. And all its horror. Mr. Findlay, your freedom awaits.
Hell, it's about time.